controlled by the mainstream media. Millions of Americans are at risk of being silenced and forgotten. Now, here to discuss the attack on conservative speech is the president of Judicial Watch, Tom Fitton. Tom, welcome to the program. Glad to have you here tonight.
Good evening. Good to be with you.
So we've got some breaking news, and that is Senator Ted Cruz. He specifically mentioned AT&T and DirecTV on Twitter, saying that censorship must be stopped. But he also mentioned TPG, which is a liberal hedge fund and financial company. We did a little bit of digging and found out that 90% of their donations went to Democrats over the past 30 years, not to mention that their founder supported Elizabeth Warren's failed presidential run. I mean, we're hearing that they helped AT&T make the decision to censor us. Meanwhile, AT&T's DirecTV is still paying all 22 liberal channels that people hardly watch. So what does the censorship of Newsmax mean for free speech looking forward?
Well, it's another loss for free speech. You had AT&T specifically targeted DirecTV for their carriage of OANN, as you know, and Newsmax. And they don't like Fox News either, but that's going to be a bigger battle for the left. And so these are, because Newsmax and OANN are relatively smaller, and Newsmax, though, has a reach that they don't like. And any notion that this was a plain business decision by DirecTV, as you highlight, is belied by their allowing much lesser networks who are left in orientation to continue on their platform. And if you're being dishonest about what you're doing and you're a company like DirecTV, you should be subject to investigation by authorities because, in my view, they're being dishonest with consumers and, regulators. And I wonder if they're going to be dishonest with Congress, because you can bet Congress is going to look into this. They have to. Certainly the House is going to.
Yeah, exactly. They have indicated that they will. And we had Congresswoman Lauren Boebert on the program last night talking about AT&T and DirecTV's decision to drop our channel. Here's what she had to say.
We absolutely have to put pressure on this. I think that this is something that is ripe for the Oversight Committee to look into.
So James Comer, he also joined Newsmax this morning. He said Republicans will hold hearings on this. Do you believe it'll make any difference here, Tom?
It might, maybe DirecTV will see the light and come up with and respond to the normal business requirements that would bring added value to DirecTV and, frankly, other carriers by having networks like Newsmax on it. I mean, there's this thirst for information and facts and an alternative voice from the extremist left that's running the legacy networks, both on cable and in the broadcast area, and Newsmax fills that need. Fox fills that need. OANN fills that need, and of course you have these alternative sources all over the internet, which includes Newsmax.com. I tell you, given the positive business impact of the obvious market interest in stations like Newsmax, it has to be politics, because the business model would suggest, keep Newsmax on because they have a lot of devoted followers and viewers.
Well, it's interesting that the legacy media, obviously, they're very secure in their position. They didn't come to our defense in the name of a free press. Are you surprised by that?
No.
Does this concern you?
The left legacy media has embraced censorship of their political opponents. And on top of that, the icing on the cake is that an opponent like Newsmax, who, frankly, is more down the middle than they get credit for, is not only on the wrong side ideologically, but they're also a competitor. So they're happy to see you go.
Well, I don't know, Tom. I think they better be concerned, because I don't know what the ladies of The View are going to talk about if they don't have conservatives to whine about every single day. Tom Fitton, appreciate you being here on this Friday night. Thank you so much for weighing in.
You're welcome. Thank you.